Hello, hello, hello. This is Nom Tunze. I am now introducing you to my Pilates classes. I'm starting with a few lessons just to get the positions right. In this Pilates, what we focus on is all the exercises you can do lying down. What is important about them is that they try to reach out every part of your body, and they're trying to strengthen your core it as a balancing act for all parts of your body so that you strengthen your support. I love these exercises because it is the center of your activities. Now, the first exercise I will start it with is the pelvic lift. The pelvic lift, you start by lying down on your back and you position yourself such that when you lie down on your back, you ensure that there's integrity of your position. Now, that means that your back you'll observe a slight curve on your waistline area, meaning that that's where your support. But while you have that, you're ensuring that you're keeping tight every part of this area, even if you're lying back. That makes it easy whenever you need to move your legs, that there is a hold. And in that process, you are also tightening up and strengthening your core muscles. This helps you with the activities of the day, it helps you with your walking, it helps you with the hip alignments and so on, and it also helps with your abdominal strength. As we grow, you find that we slouch, we sit a lot and so on, but this is calling you back to your position and your posture. So the first one is the pelvic lift. So I'll be lying now on my back and starting with the exercise. What is important to incorporate is when you inhale and when you exhale. When you inhale, you're building up the strength for the action. When you exhale, you release more. You get more energy to focus and to push to a particular direction. So that is the practice of Pilates, similar to a bit of yoga, but right now the pelvic lift. So right now I'm lying on my back. I can feel my sitting bones and my glute lying and feeling my back, the back of my ribs, and correcting my shoulders. That I'm trying to make sure that my shoulders are flat on the mat, while the back of my head is also touching the mat. But you can feel there are curves, a nice curve between your neck and the mat, and another curve around your waist and the mat. You strengthen your legs. As you lie down, you feel that the back of the leg is touching the muscle, is touching the mat, while you're pushing your feet towards you to ensure that it is your feet are straight and your toes are facing you. So you breathe in, you inhale, make sure it's a full inhalation. Breathe out, just as a practice first. Breathe in, breathe out. So you have your hands lying next to you. You have your arms lying next to you, your hands facing up. And as you breathe in, you exhale, you breathe in, you exhale. And then you start pushing your knees up. Your knees must be up. You can feel your feet are flat, your hands are down, and you're positioning. Now you will start to feel that you have tilted your hip line a little bit now compared to the supine position. Now there's a tilt in your hip line which flattens the curve a bit. Now you're starting to strengthen your waistline, making sure your torso is tight. And as you do that, you start breathing, inhaling, and as you exhale, you start lifting up your torso one vertebra at a time. One vertebra at a time. You lift it up to a point where you can feel that if you were to put a ball on your knees, it will land on your mouth or on your neck. It's important to keep that gap between the neck and not squat your neck, between your neck and your chest. So you start breathing and holding. You breathe in and you hold. As you release in exhalation, it's a slow move. At least count 3 times before every breath is out, before you inhale again. You inhale and you lower your torso one vertebra at a time, gradually. Okay? You can repeat this 5 times. It's supposed to be a warm-up exercise. Therefore, you must start feeling that you have done enough so that the body can be ready for any other exercise. Inhale once again and lift your torso and hold. As you do this exercise, make sure your shoulders are nicely placed and relaxed, not tensing up together at the back. The minute you feel, be conscious of that and open your shoulders up again. Make sure, as if you're trying to put your vertebrae right on the floor and then laying down your shoulders, to make sure there's an integrity up there and a strength that is built between your shoulders and the neck, and that you do not compromise your neck in the process. So breathe once again, tighten your torso before you do the lift up, and make sure you breathe in and then you lift. The more you do, the lighter you feel and the less difficult is the lift up. That is your pelvic lift. Then we do for the next one. And let me just position this nicely. Now the next one is called the ab prep. And in a similar position, we start off with a supine and lift up our knees up, but this one we're focusing on the abdominal part and tightening the thoracic area, and here we're working around the neck to loosen this area, and that is why it's important not to compromise it in any form. So we're strengthening that, adding to that warm-up and preparing now for the leg presses. Okay, so supine. Then we lift up your knees, feet together. You tighten up your pelvic area. You breathe in, you tighten up your thoracic, abdominal. You breathe in, and in this one, you lift up your hands. Lift up your neck. And lift up your hands. You'll notice now that the shoulders need to be lifted up, away from the mat. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in. Make sure your core is tightening up while you breathe in and holding tight, and you can feel that it is the center of your body. Relax. And then the next one that we do is the leg rotation. Again, it's one that you start from the supine position. You lie down on your back, you have your knees formation, and then you lift one leg up and you start doing a clockwise rotation. I'll start with your left, I'll start with my left, then I'll do my right hand. That is the third one, and it would be the last one on this part, on the back positions. But it is where now every part of the body is worked out and every area has been activated. So back to supine position. Starting to lift up the two legs, the two knees. You can see the position. Okay, lift it high up. And you start slowly to the 1 o'clock position, 2 o'clock position, 3 o'clock position. And your 3 o'clock may vary depending on how open your knee, your hip area is. The more exercise, you can find that your 3 o'clock is a bit lower, then you can start making a 4 right there on the floor, and a 5 and a 6 back to the other foot. Once again, I'll do the left, I'll do it 5 times before I do the right. So that is 12 o'clock, that may be your 1, and your 2, and your 3. I can go a little further, so my 3 is down there, right there. Then I can do a 4 down there, I can do a 5 down there, and there's my 6. Okay. So, as you do this, make sure the area is tightened up, the control is right there, and you don't just throw your leg everywhere. It is controlled properly, it is tightened nicely, so that the whole system of your leg, all your muscles are working together. Okay? So 12 o'clock, you can feel your hamstrings as you do this. continue with your breathing. You're careful of your position, your upper body position. Your shoulders are not squashed, are not changing into a tense position. Your neck is relaxed. You have an opening between your between your chest and your chin. Okay, so I'm doing the other side now. Again, reaching high, changing the focus so that the leg is tight. The toes are facing me to ensure I'm changing the focus and the tension. Right now I'm going into my 11, a 10, down to a 9, and then we move on to an 8, a 7, back to a 6, right? You'll start feeling something at your sit bone as you move your legs towards each other. You probably will feel the sit bones movement, meaning that your hips are warming up. The sitting area, your coccyx is working there, and therefore you're reaching out on the muscles that are in your abdominal areas, and your cervix area is also being worked at. All the muscles that we keep lazy when we sit, the way we sit, and often even when we walk, we don't reach out into certain parts of our muscles. And therefore, doing these exercises, you find that muscles that you didn't even know exist are being reached. And therefore, you keep on doing that exercise. And there we go.